It's 2 a.m. Your phone glows in the dark. Unread messages. Scrolling feeds that never end. Outside, the street is silent. A lone street lamp buzzes faintly. Your reflection stares back from the black glass of the window. My eyes are tired. My mind is restless. And here's the truth you don't want to admit. You've been running from silence. Running from the darkness. Because in the silence, you hear yourself. And that terrifies you more than any storm. You're not alone in this. Most people choke on their own thoughts. That's why they drown themselves in noise. In music, on Netflix, in endless scrolling. But you feel it deeper. That whisper inside. There's something in me I don't want to face. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Darkness is not your enemy. It's your training ground. Think about it. When does steel become steel? When it survives fire? When does a fighter sharpen his instincts? When he bleeds in the ring? When does a mind grow unshakable? When it learns to sit alone in the dark and not collapse. You've been taught your whole life that darkness is bad. Stay positive. Smile more. Keep busy. Lies. Because the strongest men and women are not forged in the light. They are hammered, burned, and sharpened in the shadows. When no one's watching. When no one's cheering. When the only voice they hear is the one inside saying, get up, keep going. Tonight, you're going to step into that arena. Not the world's arena. Your own. And when you face yourself, truly, you'll understand this. Darkness doesn't weaken you. It forges you. Here's the lie society sells you. Happiness is the goal. As long as you're smiling, you're winning. As long as you're comfortable, you're successful. As long as your life looks good online, you're living well. But here's what I've learned. Comfort is the new cage. The softer you become, the more easily you break. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. But society teaches the opposite. They say your mind is fragile. You need protection. You need therapy apps, endless entertainment, validation from strangers. It's a lie designed to make you dependent. Because dependent people are easy to control. Feed them distractions. Numb them with dopamine. Keep them weak, and they'll never rebel. You've seen it. A generation addicted to screens. Panicking at silence. Unable to spend 10 minutes alone without reaching for a device. This isn't progress. It's slavery with prettier chains. The truth? The strongest minds don't avoid darkness. They dive into it. Because only there do you discover who you are when the noise fades. Nietzsche warned, beware that, when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. But what if the monster isn't outside? What if it's inside you, waiting for recognition? Here's the lie. Light will save you. Stay positive. Think happy thoughts. But the real salvation is this. You must walk through the shadows, confront the chaos, and master it. Because if you don't, the chaos masters you. History repeats one lesson. Greatness is born in struggle. Look at Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, ruler of Rome, writing meditations to himself by candlelight, surrounded by war, disease, betrayal. He didn't beg for comfort. He trained his mind. Look at Nietzsche, a man broken by illness, loneliness, despair. Yet he forged words that still ignite fire centuries later. He who has a reason to live can bear almost anyhow. Look at Jung. He descended into his own madness. Dreams, shadows, chaos. But instead of running, he studied it and gave the world a map of the psyche. Greatness doesn't emerge in sunshine. It's carved in storms. Psychology proves it. Resilience isn't built in ease. It's built in adversity. The brain rewires under pressure. Neural pathways strengthen when challenged. The self becomes sharper when tested. But modern culture has flipped the script. Instead of resilience, it breeds fragility. Instead of confrontation, avoidance. Instead of depth, distraction. Think about your day. How many times do you run from discomfort? Coffee when you're tired. Scrolling when you're bored. Noise when you're alone. Each escape weakens you. Each avoidance chips away at the steel in your spine. But here's the paradox. The pain you run from is the very material that could make you unbreakable. Dostoevsky said, The darker the night, the brighter the stars. He knew suffering was not an obstacle, but a path. So here's the truth, stripped bare. Darkness is the forge, and if you never enter it, you'll remain soft. Enough theory. Here's what you do. 1. Sit in silence, no phone. 10 minutes. Every day. No distractions. Let the discomfort burn. 2. Write down your fears. Name the shadows. Expose them on paper. What you name, you weaken. 3. Cold exposure. Cold shower. No music. No comfort. Just you, your breath, your mind learning not to panic. 4. Physical suffering. Push your body beyond the limit. Running. Lifting. Training. Pain teaches the mind it won't die. 5. Controlled solitude. One night alone. No phone, no TV. Just you. Learn what surfaces in silence. 6. Daily confrontation. Choose one task you've been avoiding. Do it immediately. Train the muscle of attack, not retreat. 7. Journaling at night. Ask, where did I run today? Where did I face it? Track the war within. Each practice isn't punishment. It's sharpening. Every rep builds psychological calluses. Every discomfort faced makes the next one easier. Do this for 30 days. You won't recognize your own mind. Strength is built on pillars. Unseen, unshakable. Here are the 4 pillars forged in darkness. 1. Discipline. Not motivation. Not hype. Discipline, doing the thing no matter how you feel. 2. Solitude. Not loneliness. Solitude. Choosing silence as fuel, not poison. 3. Pain. Not avoided. Not feared. Embraced. Pain becomes a teacher sharper than any book. 4. Purpose. Without it, you collapse. With it, you endure fire. Every great mind lived by these pillars. Marcus Aurelius wrote nightly meditations, discipline. Nietzsche faced isolation and illness, solitude. Jung wrestled with dreams that nearly consumed him, pain. And all of them anchored themselves in purpose. These are not abstract. They're laws. Break them, and you remain fragile. Build them, and nothing breaks you. Here's the paradox. The more you run from darkness, the weaker you become. But the more you embrace it, the freer you are. Society says freedom is comfort, but real freedom is being unafraid of suffering. You cannot control the storm, but you can control your stance in the rain. The paradox is this. To find light, you must go through darkness. To find strength, you must break. To master life, you must master death. The little deaths of ego, of comfort, of illusion. You think running from shadows saves you. What's exactly what chains you? The moment you stop running. The moment you stare into the abyss. That's when chains shatter. So here's my dare. Tonight, turn off the phone. Sit in the dark. No music. No distractions. Just you and the voice you've been running from. If you can last 10 minutes, do 20. If you can last 20, do an hour. Then tomorrow, wake up and seek discomfort. Do one thing your comfort-trained brain screams against. Because every time you enter darkness, you steal back your power. Every time you suffer willingly, you become untouchable. And here's the final truth. Most will never do this. They'll stay soft. They'll stay fragile. They'll keep running. But you, if you dare, will rise. So I ask you, will you keep scrolling? Or will you step into the shadows and forge yourself into something the world cannot break? The choice is yours. But know this. The darkness is waiting, and it does not forgive cowards. You avoid the mirror, not the glass one, the psychological one, the mirror that shows you what you really are, not what you post, not what you pretend, what you are. Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. That is the mirror, and it is merciless. You scroll through your feed because it shields you from silence. You talk about plans because it hides the fact you are directionless. You laugh with people you don't respect because it saves you from solitude. But the mirror sees, and the mirror knows. Here's what I've learned. Most people spend their lives running from reflection. They drown in noise. They cling to distraction because silence is confrontation, and confrontation is unbearable. But here's the paradox. The only way forward is through the mirror. So what do? Step 1. 10 minutes. No phone. No music. No distraction. Just silence. Step 2. Ask one question. What am I pretending not to know? Step 3. Don't run when the answer surfaces. Sit with it. Step 4. Write it. Force words on a paper. The page won't lie to you. Step 5. Repeat every day for 1 week. This is the doorway. And once you walk through it, you will not be the same. But beware. The mirror will not flatter you. It will strip you. It will wound you. And it will force you to see the parts of yourself you've buried under layers of politeness, productivity, and performance. Most people would rather stay blind. You don't have that luxury. You want the truth? You want strength? Then you must earn it. And that begins by staring into the mirror until it stares back. Strength is not found in peace. It is forged in conflict, but not the conflict you think. Your greatest war is not with society. It's not with your enemies. It's with yourself, Nietzsche wrote. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. But to find that why, you must battle your own chaos. Here are the 4 pillars of inner war. Pillar 1, brutal honesty. You stop lying to yourself about your laziness, about your fear, about your excuses. Honesty is a blade. Use it. Pillar 2, ruthless discipline. You do the thing. Not tomorrow. Not when motivated. Now, discipline is not about mood. It's about law. Your law. Pillar 3, sacred solitude. You carve time where no one can reach you. No notifications. No noise. Just you, your thoughts, your demons. Solitude is sanctuary, not punishment. Pillar 4, creative destruction. You break what no longer serves you. Habits, friendships, beliefs, even identities. If it chains you, burn it. These pillars are not comfortable. They are not gentle. They are not popular. They are violent to the false self, but liberating to the real one. Here's how to practice. Block 1 hour daily for solitude. Non negociable. Track every wasted hour. Write it down. Kill it. Destroy 1 weak habit this week. Replace it with something useful. Confront one fear head-on. Small or big, it doesn't matter. This is your war plan. And every day, you execute. Society wants comfort. You want clarity. Society wants distraction. You want discipline. Society wants peace without pain. You want war that leads to victory. And victory is only found when you fight the right enemy, yourself. There's a fire in you. Small, weak, hidden. Most people spend their lives smothering it. They bury it under Netflix, under alcohol, under endless work that means nothing. But the fire waits. It never dies. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That is your task, not to extinguish the fire, but to feed it. Here's what that means. Every insult, every failure, every betrayal, you don't collapse under them. You throw them into the fire, and you watch as they become fuel. You turn wounds into energy. You turn rejection into hunger. You turn pain into momentum. But the fire needs ritual. So here is your practice. Write down 1 weakness you will convert into strength. Consciously reframe 1 negative event every day. Ask, how is this fuel? Physical ritual. Push your body beyond comfort daily. Sweat, burn, suffer. It hardwires the transformation. The fire is not a metaphor. It's biochemical. Adrenaline, dopamine, endorphins. You can choose to waste them on cheap pleasure or transmute them into raw power. But here's the secret. The fire will terrify others. Because when you live like this, every attempt to break you only builds you. And that is a man society cannot control. Now we arrive at the edge, the place where most turn back. You've seen the mirror. You've felt the war. You've tasted the fire. Now comes the dare. Society wants obedience. The system wants predictability. Your enemies want you silent. Here's the dare. Defy them. Not with slogans. Not with empty rebellion. But with terrifying independence. Independence of thought. Independence of time. Independence of soul. Delete the app that wastes your life. Wake before the world does. Train your body until pain is a friend. Write what you fear to admit. Cut ties with the one who drains you. Speak the truth even if your voice shakes. This is the dare. To live as if chains don't exist. To walk as if silence is strength. to breathe as if fire fuels your lungs. Most will never attempt it. Most will break. Most will beg for comfort. But you're not most. So I dare you. Step across the line. Live like a thread. Burn like a flame. Die, if you must, unbroken. Comfort is a drug. It numbs you. It cages you. And then it kills you. The mattress that's too soft. The job that's too safe. The screen that's too bright. These are not luxuries. They are shackles. Schopenhauer once wrote, "Life swings like a pendulum between pain and boredom." Comfort is boredom disguised as success. Here's what I've learned. The cage is invisible. It looks like security. It feels like safety, but inside, your soul withers. Every notification trains you. Every small convenience tames you. Every dopamine hit chains you. And you wonder why you feel restless. Why do you feel empty? Why do you wake up tired even after sleeping? The truth? You've been domesticated. Turned from wolf into lapdog. But here's the way out. Break one comfort every week. Cold showers. Hard floors. Silence instead of background noise. Interrupt convenience. Delete delivery apps. Walk instead of drive. Carry your own weight. Choose voluntary to suffering daily. Heavy lifts. Long runs. Harsh weather. Delay gratification. Train your brain to starve and still sharpen. These practices aren't punishment. They are jailbreaks. When you step outside the cage of comfort, you rediscover something primal, something feral, something untamed. And once you taste freedom, you will never mistake comfort for happiness again. Every human carries a shadow. Most starve it, but you must feed it. Jung's truth echoes. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The shadow holds your rage, your lust, your hunger for power, everything you've denied. And when ignored, it turns against you. Addiction, weakness, depression, cowardice. But when confronted, when embraced, it becomes strength.